A major earthquake has struck China's Tibet region, with state media reporting that at least 95 people have been killed and more than 100 others injured. Tibet's spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, says he's deeply saddened and has offered prayers for the dead. These are some of the latest pictures from the scene, where search and rescue teams are pulling people out of collapsed buildings. We're told many survivors are afraid to go inside buildings still standing because of strong aftershocks. The magnitude 7.1 quake struck at around 9 a.m. local time. The epicenter was the Tibetan city of Shigatse, which is holy for Tibetan Buddhists and is in the same region as Mount Everest. The tremors were also felt in neighbouring Nepal's capital, Kathmandu, as well as parts of northern India and Bhutan. Quakes are common in the region, which lies on a major geological fault line. Well, let's speak now to Ashok Dahal from BBC Nepali, joining us from Kathmandu. Ashok, hello to you. How far exactly are you there from the epicenter, and did you feel the earthquake?
Yeah, I was still lying on the bed. It was early winter morning in Kathmandu when a powerful earthquake struck in Tibet, that was close to Nepali border, and Kathmandu is about 400 kilometers from the epicenter site. But many Nepalese people came out of their house, and it was really a powerful earthquake that many recalled the 2015 earthquake that killed nearly 9,000 people in Nepal. And so far, no casualties were reported in Nepali side, except some people were injured while trying to escape from their house or other structures. But Nepalis are still worrying about their relatives in Tibet and in the Shigatse area. According to Nepali Consulate General Office in Lhasa, nearly 5,000 Nepalese people live in Tibet, and I just spoke to Nepali Consul General in Lhasa, who said that around 100 Nepali traders and shopkeepers live in the close to the area of the epicenter, but so far, according to the Nepali Consulate General Office, all Nepalese living in Tibet side are safe.
And Ashok, what measures are in place there to deal with quakes of this magnitude?
Nepal lies in the earthquake prone area, so preparedness activities and drilling exercises regularly occur here in Nepali side, and the government and local governments of Nepal have adopted strong measures, especially in the infrastructure and building side. After 2015 earthquake, nearly 9,000 people were killed, 20,000 people were injured in the earthquake, and many houses were damaged in that major earthquake. And Nepal has also reported major earthquakes in 2022 and 23 as well. So the government has revised its building policy, building standards, and many rules regarding the building and structures has been changed, but some analysts says that their implementation part is still poor.
Okay, Ashok Dahal from BBC Nepali, thank you very much, joining us there from Kathmandu. And let's speak now to Dr. Roger Musson, a seismologist with the British Geological Survey. Thank you, Dr. Musson, for your time today as well. Give us some context about the geology of this region where the quake struck. And at 7.1, what's the significance of that magnitude of quake?
Well, that's a major earthquake, but it's certainly not the biggest that you could get. This is a very much an active seismic zone, and it's caused because of the way that the Indian subplate is actually moving north, and it is colliding with the Eurasian plate. So you have this continent-to-continent collision, which is what has thrown up the Himalayas. That's why we have those mountains in the first place. And the actual collision is controlled by several very major east-west faults. But the interesting thing about this earthquake is that it wasn't on any of them. This is actually on a north-south trending fault that is entirely within the Eurasian plate. And this is because the Indian plate doesn't collide evenly all the way along. And so you get some parts will be colliding faster than others, and that sets up these tensions in the overlying plate, which produces these earthquakes along the north-south fault.
And how long might the aftershocks go on for?
Probably, it's difficult to say, but I would expect them to go on for a week or so. And we probably have not had the largest aftershock yet. Usually the largest aftershock will be about 1 magnitude less than the main shock. So since we had the 7.1, then we could expect a magnitude 6 aftershock. And that's the sort of usual rule of thumb, but it doesn't always apply.
And in a region prone to earthquakes, Dr. Musson, is it difficult to get advance warning? In other words, you know, if there's quite a lot of movement off those plates anyway, is it tricky to work out which of those movements might evolve into a sizable earthquake?
Well, you can't say when. You can only say that it will happen sometime. So it's not helpful to try and predict when an earthquake is going to happen because it won't succeed. What needs to be done is an awareness of the hazard from earthquakes. And if you know that this is a major earthquake zone and the sort of earthquakes that occur there, then you can try and build buildings that are strong enough to resist the shaking.
OK, Dr. Roger Musson, seismologist with the British Geological Survey, thank you very much.